There are a lot of reasons I love living in the Twin Cities, but in this video, I'm going to tell you about 7 things I hate about living here. Number 1 is winter. Winter sucks. Don't get me wrong, I realize that there are a lot of people who prefer the colder temperatures and enjoy winter activities, but winter sucks. The roads are slippery because of snow and black ice, and that means it can take you 3 times longer to get anywhere. And then, on top of that, there are a lot more parking restrictions, so not only do you have to worry about getting to your destination safely, you have to worry about where you're going to park when you get there. The beginning of winter really isn't that bad. It usually stays around 30 degrees, but it just gets colder, and actually it stays below freezing for most of the winter. It gets so cold that the air actually burns your face. All of these things are definitely tolerable for a short amount of time, but the thing about Minnesota winters is that they tend to last 5 to 6 months. You think you're out of the woods, and then all of a sudden there's a 3-foot snowstorm in April. Number 2 is the humid summers. Sometimes it gets so hot and humid that you're sweating profusely even if you're just sitting outside. And then if you don't have central AC, it's really hard to find an escape from that. The nice thing is that it does tend to cool down at night, and not all the summer days are like that. There are plenty of days that are 80 degrees, lower humidity, and those are definitely the days that Minnesotans live for. Number 3 is the mosquitoes. Now, I realize that mosquitoes aren't just in Minnesota, but we have thousands of lakes, so we also have thousands of breeding grounds for mosquitoes. You wait the whole winter to finally be able to just sit outside or maybe go camping, and then when you finally can, you just get swarmed by mosquitoes. So bring the DEET, get the citronella candle. If it's really bad, get the fogger, and you're going to be a lot happier. Number 4 is the high individual income tax. Minnesota is consistently in the top 6 list of states with the highest income tax, and that can be anywhere from 5.35 to 9.85% depending on your tax bracket. Now, nobody likes paying taxes, but I will say that one nice benefit is that healthcare in Minnesota is more widely available to people of all income levels. Number 5 is Minnesota nice. Now, Minnesota nice does not mean that Minnesotans are nice, although in my experience, a lot of Minnesotans are nice, but Minnesota nice refers to the idea that Minnesotans are passive-aggressive, indirect, and like to avoid conflict. An example of this would be if somebody said, at work or something, said, "Oh, are you really sure you want to do it that way?" Instead of saying, "I don't like the way that you're doing that, I wish you would do this instead." I'm not saying that there aren't direct people in Minnesota. It just might be, you may notice that it might be less common here than other places. Number 6 is the drivers. Now, I'm not sure if I just have bad luck or if the drivers here are worse, but it's something I noticed when I moved back to Minnesota after being gone for a while. Nobody ever wants to let you zipper in when there's construction and it goes down to 1 lane. Nobody ever seems to look when they're merging onto the freeway. They kind of just expect you to make room instead of speeding up or slowing down accordingly. 4-way stops are especially annoying because somebody will try to wave you on when it's their turn, and then you wave them on because it's their turn, and then you both go at the same time, and then you wave each other on again, and it goes like that until somebody finally just goes. It's a good idea to be an assertive driver in Minnesota. Number 7 is the road construction. This one drives me nuts. Because the winters last 5 or 6 months, they do all the construction in the warmer months. And it sometimes feels like they're doing construction on parts of every major highway at the same time. And the summers feel like they consist of taking a lot of detours. It sucks even more during rush hour because rush hour already takes forever, and then you add construction into it and it takes even longer. This summer, they shut down 35W every weekend since June. And the exit to my house, that I use to get to my house, is actually currently closed. It takes me like an extra 10 minutes to get home, which I know isn't much, but it adds up. So those are 7 things I hate about living in the Twin Cities. Please feel free to share in the comments if you agree or disagree, and be sure to subscribe if you want to learn more about the Twin Cities. Otherwise, I'll see you next time, and I hope you have a great day.